Live from Charlotte at the home of the Bobcats, we're broadcasting from the Time Warner Cable Arena. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
One of the most explosive players in league history, in my mind. Derrick Rose, so good going to the basket. When he can get some space in the lane and go off 2 feet, it's incredible to watch him finish.
Yeah, and he's really worked on perfecting his little floaters, those runners and half shots we call them, that he likes to get up over the top of outstanding shot blockers, and he started to master those shots, and that's made him even more unguardable.
The Bobcats make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Well, I don't know if these fans could be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has captured this community's imagination. The level of enthusiasm's absolutely off the charts.
Yeah, it's definitely a great atmosphere to be part of. The fans have had a lot to cheer for lately, and it's like they get more and more excited with each win.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one drops.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
On defense, the Bobcats, they are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
Now here's Rose. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the off-season. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Here is McRoberts, right now averaging 7 points a game. Shot clock at 3. The jump hook. Jefferson's shot is off.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on it.
And Brewer kicks to Rose, and Jefferson sends it back and out of bounds as the Bobcats gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's Walker. What a tremendous game he played against New York. And there's the pass to McRoberts. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, for a guy drafted in the 2nd round, Ramon Sessions has carved out really an outstanding career. A smooth operator offensively. He keeps defenders off balance and has a great knack for drawing fouls. And I like the fact he knows how to use his size in getting to the rim and drawing fouls.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Well, going back to Sessions, you know, he's got nice size for a point guard, I think.
Probably about 6'1", but, you know, he's got good speed. He's been a productive point guard in the league, bounced around a little bit. But one thing you know is that he will produce for you when he's out on the floor.
No problems knocking that one down. Rose has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Clippers.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Once he had to change the shot because of the hand in his face, you knew he wasn't going to make it.
That's good. Rose has got 5.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Now here's Walker, averaging 16 points a game. The shot misses. Good D by Boozer. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Brewer with the ball. Now guarded by Sessions. Rose dishes to Butler. Back to Rose. In low to Boozer. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Charlotte now. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
That was a big loss. Pretty much pure domination. And I thought the key was the rebounding total. I mean, it was ugly. They were completely dominated on the glass. That's going to have to improve tonight.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Steve said it. They were atrocious on the glass when they last met. What do they need to do, Clark, to change that in this game?
Well, a couple of things. One, they need more bodies in the paint. I mean, you got to have more bodies in the paint. Then you've got to be ready to box out. They left 1 or 2 guys on an island down there, and you can't do that. That's not going to work.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Walker goes in. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Sessions. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Walker. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Kicks to Brewer. In low to Boozer. But they'll get another chance. Here's Butler. Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Bobcats shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. And here's Walker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the wing right side. He dishes it to Sessions. From deep three-point range, Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with a hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He talked mainly about the offense he wants to see them implement. And with all their emphasis on ball screens, you can expect them to be running a pick-and-roll offense for most of this game. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Biombo is checked in for Al Jefferson. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
Here's Kid Gilchrist following the score by Derrick Rose. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Down low. Here's Biombo to end the drought. And he lays it up and in. Biombo's got his first bucket in this one.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Butler. Off target from outside. Charlotte trailing. Walker dishes to Sessions. And Ronnie Brewer picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Jeff Taylor comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And Chris Douglas-Roberts subbed in for Walker.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Rose double teamed. He kicks it to Boozer. Rose goes in. Back to Boozer. Pass to Butler. Out to the right wing. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Sessions. Boozer passes to Noah, and he makes good on the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Now here's Sessions. He also had a big impact in that win against the Knicks. And Zeller kicks to Taylor. Zeller dishes to Sessions. Floats one. Boozer with the defensive effort.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
Here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. He feeds it to Butler. It's stolen by Taylor. Sessions with it. Butler covering. Sessions passes to Zeller. The dish to Douglas Roberts. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Noah's got his 5th rebound in this one.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. It's so important to battle on the boards.
Now here's Sessions after the miss from Butler. Sessions gets a screen from Zeller. It's stolen by Rose. And here we go, the Bulls fast break.
Oh, look out, man!
A rim is shaken.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Chicago making a switch here. Bobcats trail by 6. Gordon kicks to Zeller. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the first. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Now here's Rose. He's got 9. Here's Gibson. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the thing you love about Gibson is his energy and his length defensively. He's got those long arms. He can bounce. He can really get off the floor. And he's smart, so he anticipates things before they happen at that end of the court. One of the best front court defenders there is in the league.
Yeah, he really is. A lot of defense, his motivation, and Taj has never had a problem with that. If he has the mindset that he doesn't want you to score, and he can make things very difficult for you, whoever he is guarding, you know, that's when he is at his very best. And he gets it to go. Douglas Roberts has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Rose with the ball. Now defended by Tolliver. Butler. And again, Chicago. No good. Bobcats trail by 4. Gordon dishes to Douglas Roberts. Butler against Gordon. On the wing, Douglas Roberts. And it's good off the back rim and in. Douglas Roberts has got 6.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And it's Rose penetrating. Shoots from 12. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
I should say.
All right. The awareness, the release, everything was just perfect.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
Coming up next Wednesday night, January 29th, Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go on the road to battle the Miami Heat. Be there.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Heinrich. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Jefferson.
Well, you know, Big Al Jefferson was a name that was getting tossed around the trade rumor mill last deadline, and that's something you have to expect when you're as talented as he is with a contract that's set to expire.
Here's Gibson, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Bulls lead by 4. Here comes Walker, looking for his first basket still in this one. Feeds it to Jefferson. Tolliver for 3. That's good. Tolliver's got his first 3 points of the game. And for Al Jefferson, still yet to make an all-star game, somewhat surprising. But it seems like all the time he's often in that conversation.
And he should be. He's a top-tier big man. Ever since his arrival in this league, he's been really good on the low block. Strong and good scorer, but never quite good enough to get into that all-star game.
Now here's Walker. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Jefferson. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, for as much as Jefferson scores in the low post and all the attention that he gets, one of the more underrated aspects of his game is that he is rarely careless with the ball.
And for Al Jefferson, great footwork and fakes down low. A very nice way of maneuvering his way in a congested area.
Yeah, he's got huge hands, Kevin. He's so able to gather and go up with that right-handed hook, that kind of one-handed push hook, and you know, he dominates that block.
Now here's Heinrich. Here's Butler. Shot clock at 6, and the Bulls tack on 2 more. Charlotte trailing. Walker goes in. Now the feed to Kid Gilchrist. Now Walker still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Passes it to Jefferson. Stolen by Noah. Heinrich against Jefferson. Heinrich kicks to Gibson. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. And now a 4-point Bulls lead. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Sessions gets a screen from McRoberts. Sessions dishes to Jefferson. Great defense that time from Noah.
Tell you, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
For 3, Heinrich, and he gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 7.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
The Bobcats have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Sessions passes to Kid Gilchrist. Shot clock at 6. Charlotte needs to get a shot. And here's Walker outside. Walker against Heinrich. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Noah in the post, covered by McRoberts. Here's Butler. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, he may just be trying to get a break in the action to clear their heads. You know, a lot of their shots are rimming out. You wonder if their confidence isn't suffering at this point.
I think that's a good time to call a timeout. If a team has a few fall the wrong way for them, just burn a timeout and let them forget about it. Regroup, talk about it, and refocus.
Well, among the centers and power forwards of the NBA, these are the players with the softest touch around the bucket. Some terrific shooting percentages for the big men. Number 1 is Joakim Noah. 4th, Carlos Boozer. Biombo is checked in for the Bobcats. Zeller comes in for Josh McRoberts.
Tony Zeller.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Biombo, defended by Gibson. And the shot is good. Biombo's got his second bucket. And here are the Bulls now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He had 10 points in the win against the Knicks in New York.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too, Kevin. Had a couple of important block shots in that game, so good all-around effort.
Shot clock at 5. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Going back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago, it is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them and, Steve, contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
So it's the Bobcats now after the Bulls pick up 2. Walker goes in. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Walker in the post, guarded by Heinrich. The shot is off.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Pass to Gibson. Takes the 13-footer. That misses off the backboard.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Now here's Sessions. He's guarded closely. This is to Biombo. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Here's Sessions. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Sessions has got 8 points. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Bulls making a switch here.
Let's take a look at Carlos Boozer. Some stats for him. His last month of basketball has been really solid. He was 9th in shooting percentage. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And, Steve, you touched on his outstanding field goal percentage. I mean, he hasn't gotten there just simply by having a hot hand on occasion. I mean, it's also a product of how hard he works to find those good open shots.
Now here's Rose. He's got 11. No good from Gibson.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
On the pass to Douglas Roberts. Goes back up. And good on the basket. Book it. Douglas Roberts has got 8 points.
Shooting lots more threes here in the second.
I'm not sure if that's going to work real well here. They probably are better off getting something inside.
Rose attacking. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 13.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Bobcats trail by 8. 1:46 left in the first half of the game. And Sessions kicks to Douglas Roberts. It's all in by the Bulls. Boozer's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Should be a good one for the Timberwolves today. I'm anxious to see what ends up happening there. Well, I think they've lost their aggressiveness a little bit. They're not getting fouled and going to the line.
Well, you know, that's an excellent point you make there, Steve, but we got to be careful not to nitpick here. I mean, they do still have the lead, and that's an advantage they'd be wise to continue to press forward on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bobcats. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Biombo, and Gordon subbed in for Sessions. Now here's Gordon. Kicks it to Taylor. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Douglas Roberts has got 10 points.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Outside Rose. Heinrich outside. Back to Rose. In low to Boozer. Nice D from Adrian.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Pass to Tolliver from outside the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Now, slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have. Well, that was like a warm-up shot there, a warm-up jumper. No problem converting that one.
There's the dish to Douglas Roberts. Lets it go from deep. Here's Adrian, and he lays it straight in. Adrian's got his first 2 points.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Rose with the ball. 13 points in the game. Lets it go, and the jumper falls for him. And the Bulls lead by 10. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Here's Gordon. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Bulls. They're up by 10. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, what's the strategy been so far defensively, and what needs to happen in the second half in that regard?
Well, we just got to help. We can't let everybody beat us. We just everybody got to help and on the defense end and getting the key to protect the paint.
Pick your poison. Can't let everybody beat you, Al. We appreciate it, guys.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The fun has begun on this Saturday night, and we're ready to look back at all the first half action. Chicago with the lead against Charlotte. They're on a winning streak, and that momentum's carried right over into this game. We've seen Derrick Rose scoring effortlessly against this Bobcats defense. He's got 13 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And on the other hand, the Bobcats are still alive. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. Bismack Biyombo making the most of his minutes. He's got 4 points, has been stellar in both rebounding and defense as well. And let's look ahead at the games that won't be tipping off until later tonight. It'll be the Hawks against the Bucks out in Milwaukee. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And another game that's coming up out in Philadelphia, it's the 76ers against the Thunder. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And now a look at the other NBA action. The Pacers will square off against the Nuggets out in Denver. Start time 7 o'clock Eastern. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Bobcats trail by 10. We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Sessions out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Jefferson in at the 5. That's the Bobcats 5. Kidd-Gilchrist dishes to Jefferson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And Steve, you know, he's also got the full arsenal of moves in the post. I mean, you can't believe how many tricks this guy has up his sleeves. He's full of them.
Rose Rose with the ball. Now defended by Sessions. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Boozer. Here's Noah. No good. Jefferson with some nice D.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Walker against Rose. Here's Jefferson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And that one misses.
Shooting 2. Al Jefferson.
And he's good on the second. Here's Rose.
Guys, one of the biggest challenges with young teams that have started to lose is changing the culture. Being able to establish a way of working that doesn't allow losing to be accepted. This team has got a long way to go in that regard, but they're on the right track.
And that one's good.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Bobcats trail by 8. And Sessions kicks to McRoberts. Feeds to Jefferson. Good on the short little jump shot. Jefferson's got 11 points. Well, the culture in the locker room is definitely a real thing to conquer if you're a franchise that's been near the bottom for a while. Steve, the Bobcats seem to understand that and are looking for guys that want to work.
I agree. That's why they drafted Michael Kidd-Gilchrist a couple years ago, Jeffrey Taylor, Cody Zeller. They're trying to get guys that hate losing. They want to come in and build that culture you're talking about. So we'll see if some of that attitude can carry over and turn this team around.
Charlotte calls timeout.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. The other area he focused on was the need to be physical. He wants his guys to go after it and be aggressive with their presence. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Here's Rose after Al Jefferson's score. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Butler. He kicks to Noah. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fader on the way, and it's out of bounds. The Bobcats will take it the other way.
Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league rankings. 14th in opponent field goal shooting. 15th in three-point shooting. As far as steals numbers go, not very strong. Just the top 20 in the league.
Here's Sessions. 8 points for him. Pulls up from the corner, and it will go. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Jefferson.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And it's Rose penetrating. He tries for 3, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Brewer.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Now here's Walker. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field. And everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line. And they found a way to do it here in the second half. Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
Now Kidd-Gilchrist after the missed 3 from Butler. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. I just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
Now, here's Brewer. Here's Boozer. The 9-footer's on the mark. Boozer's got 6 in the quarter.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
Now here's Sessions, covered by Brewer. Now here's Sessions. 8 points for him. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Sessions. And it's blocked by Brewer. And here's Rose. To the inside, here's Butler. Outside Rose. In low to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Bobcats trail by 8. Outside, Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Walker's got his first points of the night.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
You know, with Derrick Rose out, a lot of people thought the Bulls would flounder last season, guys, but they were still one of the tougher teams in all of the East, in part because the culture of toughness and next man up has been instilled in that group from its coaching staff, starting with Tom Thibodeau. I don't think this takes away anything from how great Rose is, but I think it certainly speaks to how bought in and committed to the team that every man on that roster is. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Now here's Rose. 15 points in the game. The kick outside to Butler. In low to Boozer. Picked away. Noah against Walker. He feeds it to Biombo. Passes it to Sessions. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well, back to the Chicago Bulls team, you got to give a lot of credit to the culture of defense and effort that Coach Tom Thibodeau has created there, Steve.
Well, they weathered Rose's absence remarkably well. Advancing in the playoffs, giving Miami all it could handle. And you wonder, with a healthy Rose now and all these other players having developed, is Chicago a championship caliber team? I think they are.
I agree. That one's good from the corner. Rose has got 17.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
The feed to Kid Gilchrist. That's good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Chicago leading by 6. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. And out of bounds as the Bobcats gain possession. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. The Bulls in second.
Talking about block shots, you want block shots? Talk to these guys. They've done a terrific job this year in that category. Outstanding.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. Walker against Rose. Kid Gilchrist rejected by Brewer.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Now here's Boozer. 12 points for him. Here's Noah. Some solid defense right there from Sessions. Bobcats trail by 6. We've got 1:18 left here in the third quarter. Zeller setting the pick for Sessions. Some solid defense from Brewer.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
pass to Rose. Right side Rose. Dishes it to Butler. 6 to shoot. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Zeller. Jeff Taylor comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Chris Douglas Roberts checked in for Sessions. And Gordon subbed in for Walker. Butler dishes to Brewer. Misses off the left iron.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Gordon kicks to Douglas Roberts. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Rose against Gordon. Shoots from 12. That doesn't go either for Rose. The kick outside to Butler. It's stolen by Douglas Roberts. "14 feet away. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 6. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Next Sunday, January 26th, Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. It's the real deal.
And here now is our State Farm assist to the game, and Steve coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look.
And here are the Bulls now. They've led by as much as 10 on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Then there's Heinrich. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Bobcats trail by 9. Outside, Walker. And the pass to Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
It's a scary thought for the league, guys, if Michael Kid Gilchrist ever gets a reliable jump shot. I mean, his ability to slash and get to the bucket combined with a consistent jumper would make him one of the toughest guys in the league to guard.
And for Kid Gilchrist, the outside shot is a work in progress. I'll tell you what, though, he is a great slasher.
He's tough. He's got a good handle on the ball, and when he gets in the open floor, finishes well at the rim, sometimes through contact because of his strength. So, yeah, you're right. The jump shot is the last component.
Here's Gibson. Rejected by Jefferson. Jefferson, a screen on Butler, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
The Bulls leading by 7. Heinrich, right side, and Gibson kicks to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. And that one comes up a bit short.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
For 3, Gordon, and that one's good.
What a time for him to step up. A big 3 right there.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it to Gibson. Back to Heinrich. Leaps for it, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Bobcats. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
Some really good games going on. How about that Denver one? That's an interesting game.
Now here's Heinrich. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Snell. And again, no good by Chicago.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
And Walker kicks to Gordon. Here is McRoberts, defended by Gibson. Here's Jefferson. He drains the turnaround jump shot. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Heinrich passes to Gibson, and a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Gordon. Puts up a 3. Jefferson dishes to McRoberts. Second shot opportunity. That is good. Now Heinrich. Over to the wing. Wide open. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Heinrich on the double team. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to McRoberts. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action. You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player, but I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass it, he could put it on the floor, was smart defensively. He's shown that he can anchor a defense, and he contributes double-doubles on a nightly basis.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Noah. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told us, guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Here's Jefferson following the three-point basket by Chicago. Puts it up from 15. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 21 points for Al Jefferson. You know, for Noah Clark, as you were talking about, not just an energy guy, but Steve, he's a good ball handler. And he's a really good passer for one thing. You know, atop the circle, he's got a great view of the floor, and he really can find the guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screen and rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or find another shooter on the perimeter. Noah is good as anybody at that.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
Now here's Sessions. There's the dish to Jefferson. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Bobcats ball as Charlotte keeps possession. And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist so he'd have to develop his left, and that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. Rose with the ball. Feeds to Heinrich. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And the Bulls lead by 8.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Now here's Sessions. McRoberts off a pick from Jefferson. Heinrich against Sessions. He dishes it to McRoberts. Boozer with the rebound. Boozer's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important. It's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
From the line. And that one hits back iron. The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Rose. He kicks it to Heinrich. Right side Rose. The Bulls keep it alive. In low to Boozer. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run, and thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run, so a timeout is appropriate here.
Here is McRoberts over to the left wing. Jefferson kicks to Walker. Soft touch off the glass.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
The Bulls leading by 8. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. The strategy included running the offense through Rose. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Gentlemen, some late game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
Bulls have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Heinrich outside. Back to Rose. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Rose has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls. Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Jefferson. Sessions passes to Jefferson. Walker against Rose. Clock at 6. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within single digits.
Yeah, disappointing trip to the line, even though it was just one miss. Now is not the time to be missing free throws.
Rose goes in. Heinrich kicks to Rose. Rose double teamed. Back to Heinrich. A reverse, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
That'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Boozer has been great. He's got 10 rebounds, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
Now here's Walker. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. Sessions against Rose. Here's Jefferson. Charlotte again missing. Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Walker dishes to Sessions. Inside to Jefferson. Stolen by Boozer. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rose kicks to Heinrich. Back to Rose. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. And he gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 13.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Derek, tremendous work on the glass tonight. How important is that aspect of the game to this team?
It's huge. That's all Ted talked about, second rebound. We crash the boards, our bigs are big at it, and when we pass it back out, we usually got the three-pointer, so it's easy basketball.
Derek, thank you so much. Guys, hard to run if you don't rebound the ball.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
We make it cool to be sucked.